Hey folks, how y'all doing today? Kind of dropped the ball on making this video out in the sticks when I should have done it, but I didn't, so I'm going to try to patch something together here to show you. We're talking the 22 arc. This combination right there, I've had it across the chronograph. I was shooting at 32 grains of CFE black. I was getting a little primer flow around the firing pinhole and blah, 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 blah. I just backed down. 32 grains, I got the best groups by far. The velocity spread was a little bit more, so I backed down to 31.5 grains. Not quite a tight group, but still shooting under 3/4 of an inch. But the important part, 3,163 feet per second with the 62 grain VT Hornady's new varmint bullet. That said, and what I'm talking about is what I'm going to show you here in a bit. In the early 90s, when I first bought my 22-250, my Ruger, Hornady had just came out with the VMAX, 55 grain VMAX loaded in that 22-250. Man, I remember a lot of fist size exit holes. That's a lot of sewing. You can't, it's hell with it. You leave them lay out there, man. You just wasted a coyote. Shooting my 222, a lot less velocity. You're only talking about 3,000 feet per second with a 50 grain SX. I don't ever recall an exit wound on coyotes with that combination. Okay, getting back to this thing. The one I'm going to show you, I got two of them that morning. One came right down the chest cavity. That's not going to exit. I mean, it's dead before its chin hit the ground. Internally was a complete mess if you was to open it up. The one I'm going to show you, come around this point, and he's walking up this finger point, dead solid 90-degree angle, right behind the leg, double long shot. Bullet, the biggest chunk of it, and I don't think it was a lot, came out forward of its front leg. And I think there's some shrapnel going straight through. It looked like there was 3 or 4 small little places bleeding. Let's go look at it. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Alright folks, been here about 20 minutes. Just the one over there I missed. And that one we seen running away. I really think that was the same dog, but I don't know for sure. But I got one right over here. We're going to take a look at it. I walked around that point. I got 3 big canyons that come together. I come from the south. It was right down here. There was about half a dozen cattle right down here, black Angai. I walked around that real slow. There's a coyote walking up the hill. Hey, I take them when I see them, man. Number 2 for the arc. Number 3 got away. Let's take a look at him. All right, folks, coyote number 2 for the day. Another female. Oh boy, not a good sized one. Let the blood pour out of that baby. Over 30 pound. Wow, it's just liquefied. And does it stink? Those coyotes kind of stink anyway, you know, they're kind of a stinky animal. Like I said, this one, that big where I shot that first one, I'm coming down that draw. I got 3 big draws come together. I walked around this point right down here. This coyote's walking up this finger. There's about 6-8 cattle down there at the time. Had no clue. Just set up the sticks, punched him. Yeah.
Alright folks, point of the video is there was not a massive exit hole. That bullet completely disrupted inside the cavity. One piece did come out. Looks like the blood flow, maybe a pencil-sized hole. You let that thing set a couple days, the blood's going to coagulate, it's going to quit bleeding. You wet rag, clean that up a little bit, fluff it up. You'd never know there was an exit wound in that animal. You guys that do put up your own fur, if there's going to be a market and you do that, you can work around a pencil size hole pretty damn easy. It's all said and done. If you got to give it 1 or 2 stitches, that's piece of cake. Very, very simple to do. A lot easier than doing a fist size. Anyway, folks, it's 62 grain. I wanted to get that out there. It's a new cartridge. I don't know how much is out there. Hopefully I get a whole lot more of this in before this year is over with. You guys that like my stuff, I've told you before, all my hunting, most of my shooting is over on Patreon. Good old YouTube. Yay! Hit that big orange Patreon button. It'll take you over there. Check it out. Thanks a lot for coming along. Have a great day.